Hello, my fellow Rome 2 players, Zaript here, with one live battle I recorded. Unfortunately, commentary got completely screwed up, my microphone bugged out, so I'm doing a recording of the video I already have. I wish I could use replay for that, but unfortunately, replay system currently bugged. Heavily, all replays corrupted, and for me it mostly crashes when I try to watch replay. Anyway, 2 weeks or almost 3 weeks into Rome 2, everyone already thinks they understand the game. Everyone speak about what's OP, what's not OP. I'm not as cocky, to be honest. At the beginning of the game, I was absolutely sure, as everyone, that heavy infantry is everything, that there is no other ways to play, that skirmish is completely useless. As you can see, my opponent here brings 9 Oswan spam as Arveni with 3 noble horse and noble cavalry. And knowing that there is a chance he will bring this as Arveni, and this is one of the builds that people always say OP, I decided, well, first of all I need to record it, second I need to bring my anti-heavy infantry build as a Suebi. And to finish the thought I had initially, guys, I don't think we can judge game just yet. I mean, yes, there is something that appears to be OP, but we already learned to skirmish in only 2 weeks. Now let's see how this game evolves. Initially, just after seeing his build, I see a mistake he does instantly. He blobs up, he doesn't try to spread out, so he makes my job of kiting him a bit easier. And I have these 4 longbow archers, which are the best archer unit in a game to deal with heavy armor, because it have 8 armor penetration instead of 5 on his bows. Now my opponent does a smart thing. If you look, he have, instead of just stupid Oswan spam, he did the smart thing by bringing 3 cavalry units. I would bring light cavalry myself, because it's cheap and more reliable in catching skirmishes, but still. And you can see how his cavalry trying to pursue my archers, game lags a little bit, and I instantly send 2 of my wooden spears to protect my archers on the left and on the right. And I'm trying to get my 4 swordmasters spread around, as well as my berserkers. I don't want any middle engagement. I want to try and force my enemy to spread around. And mistake I did, take a look at my cavalry. I went around instead of keeping my cavalry with my archers to protect them. And they may actually cost me the game easily. So I'm committing my wooden spears trying to catch his cavalry, and I did this mistake. It's probably a mistake. Should have just run away, kept running away, because when you face Arveni spam, first and more important question you have to answer: can I kill his general? Because none of Arveni units have discipline, and killing general will mean that it's very easy to rout the whole army. So, as you can see, because of mistake I did with my spears, because of mistake I did with my cavalry, now my opponent manages to sneak his general and 2 cavalry units, and going for my longbow hunters. At this point, I honestly believed that I lost the game. Like, game is done. He kills my archers now, and there is no way for me to win this game. Now, you never should give up, so I didn't, and as you can see, after a bit of slow up, after a small delay of oh fuck, I keep microing. So what I did, I started committing my units on the left flank when I saw that my opponent disorganized. I got a couple of decent charges. As you can see, my berserkers in the middle, this beautiful medium, not heavy units, doing some job. And now I sort of decided to make a stand, and on my right flank interesting thing happened. Okay, it would be on the screen later. So it wasn't absolutely stupid engagement. It was a bit forced by my enemy cavalry, by his general charging my bows. And now you see how I try to save my bows while my bow is shooting at his Oswan and allowing these two sword masters on my right to actually win the fight. You see, I won. Weaker unit won against heavy unit because of bow support. And now I have a chance. You see, spreading my cavalry, having my swordmaster, trying to catch him. And on the other side, as you can see, left engagement, he's winning it. He have more Oswan left. But look how little of them left in general. Look how, just by kiting at the beginning, just by forcing him to spread, by not letting him get charges. Remember my wooden spears? They did their job, they did kill nothing. But my enemy wasted his charge on my wooden spears, which meant his Oswan didn't got their charge bonus, which means they had they wasted their pillums on my wooden spears. And then my swordmasters got much more even fight. More than that, my my swordmasters got much better fight because of my archers. So I'm doing the most important part when you losing a fight as barbarian. As you can see on my left, I clicked headhunt, and I'm controlling all my units. When they waver, I would be clicking headhunt. And here, second important part. This is a big bet. Remember what I said in the beginning. If you fight Arveni, make sure you don't lose your chance to kill his general. Same goes for Suebi. As you can see, my general, I'm risking it just to kill my opponent's gen. Okay, headhunt. Very nice. So I know that I will lose that small left side. I know I will lose here, but look what happened. I managed to kill his general just before his Oswan got into fight. I got away, and now I need to stop his last cavalry unit. And I left with 2 bows, with more than half of ammunition, and 2 cavalry units. And at this point I was, wait a second, I do have a chance. And any one of you who still thinks skirmishes are not very good, take a look at my video on heavy infantry being too heavy. It actually will explain a lot. Now, late game could be tricky. One thing I will tell for sure, never give up at this point. It looks like 2 archers will not have enough ammunition to kill everything that is left. Sometimes it's true. Longbow hunters not so much. They have good armor piercing, so armor penetration. So they will actually kill more than you expect. And more importantly, currently my enemy units, they are after a fight, right? And after fight, they all have lowered health. And that's important to understand in this game. If you, for some reason, still don't know, all units have health, so 1 arrow will not kill them, will not kill a man. But after a fight, units weakened and they drop like flies. So I'm taking a really close look on the field. As you can see, I don't want my cavalry to be somehow catched. And I make sure that my archers in such a position then that one can run while other can shoot. Look at my archer on the top of a screen. Well, I'm charging my general, not the best idea, let's be honest. Because my enemy have headhunt as well as I do. Shouldn't have risked it, probably. What else to say here? Best target to shoot in a late game would be cavalry, because you need to get rid of it. Medium infantry, because it's fast, but there is obviously none. This is all sword spam. And then you should, if it's possible, you should target depleted units, because they will die much faster. So there is a bit of luck on my side, let's be honest, because my general somehow survives through all these charges. It's not like usually you would lose your general by this point. Unit still would be in fight, but general himself would be dead. So you can say I get somewhat lucky, but on the other hand, I did make a lot of mistakes initially, so this is more of an even fight. And what left is simple geometrical wars. I would be retreating my bows while shooting, and my enemy exhausted by this point, so his units are very slow, and it's just pretty much over for him. There is still a problem with ammunition. I may not have enough, but as you will see soon, I do actually have enough. So at this point, I want to discuss the whole idea of spam being overpowered. Spam is strong, in my opinion, mainly because it is easy to use. Yes, heavy infantry units are a bit strong in this game. They're universal, they can deal with everything. They're not afraid of cavalry, they're not afraid of even elephants. The only problem for them is speed, and that's probably it. So yeah, when you bring the whole army of heavy infantry, you don't need. It's easy to make decisions. All your units are the same. But now see what happens when my opponent decided to take easy route, and I brought a balanced build. He had some luck with me screwing up in the middle of the game by allowing him to charge my bows. But imagine I have 4 of my bows shooting instead of 2. I mean, I would pick him apart so easily, because even with 2 bows I managed to do it. And again, as you can see, I'm charging bad decision, because by this point he have his headhunt up again. Stupid, I'm risking my general more and more, and in this late game it can easily lose me the game. Easily. Shouldn't risk at this point, because I was guaranteed to win with ammunition I have left. So on open map, you can kite or sworn spam easily, no problem. You will have some troubles if your opponent plays smarter, tries to spread around and try to catch you in the net of his Orson. But if he spreads around, there is another weakness for him. Then you can overcome one of his flank, for example. It's not easy, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's possible, and I have very good run so far against Orson spams on open maps. It's not... In a forest it's a different story, you cannot skirmish effectively, but I hope this battle will give you some pointers on what you can do. And maybe you will give this game and balanced builds a second chance, because if you take a look at stronger players playing, they're already experimenting a lot, they're already trying a lot of mixed builds, and they're performing well. It comes down to a map, honestly. So as you can see, yeah, I was discussing final stats. Oh man, scary also on spam. Yeah, I guess I have not much left to say, guys. I speak so much, and I'm still sick. Still have my cold. So, see you guys later.